Hey peeps, welcome back to another video. Today we got to see Diona's trailer being released, and I gotta say she is quite the charming bartender. Although we're not gonna look at it here, I will link this below. I'm not gonna waste your time and watch this video here. You guys can look at it on your own time. We're not here to simp for Diona, but rather I want to break down her kit a little bit and show you how she can be slotted into your team. Of course, with her being a 4-star, it's much more likely that you can get at least one of her on Child's banner. So, for Diona, there was a post on Reddit which showed that she is capable of being a healer. So for all those people who don't have Chi-Chi, this is a godsend character that I highly recommend you pick up. So you can see here is the photo. She can replace Barbara and synergize well with people who currently have Mona on their squad or an Electro DPS, as I will mention later. Going into team compositions, I strongly recommend people run at least one Hydro with Diona. So if you guys don't know this website, it's a great website. It's genshin.gg, and if you go here, you go to the database, you go to elements, and it'll bring you to this page, and you can see everything and elemental reactions and everything. So this is what we're going to be using to really see her true potential and how to slot her into different teams. As I was mentioning, I recommend Hydro with Diona on the team to utilize Freeze, as it's currently the most reliable form of CC in the game. A great team to run with Diona would be Xiangling, Fischl, Diona, and Mona. Such a team would function as Fischl main DPS and Xiangling supporting for the overload pyro damage and Mona for electro charge and vaporize. Coupled with Diona and Mona CC, this could be a strong contender as a universal squad. The biggest downside with this composition would be that without a Claymore user on the team, farming ores and shield enemies may become problematic, but for a free-to-play player, this is definitely one of the stronger teams to run. Slightly better than this team would be if you could manage to get Child and run him with Diona. This would absolutely be an amazing combination. The reason being, Child has two stances, so being able to allow Diona to be utilized from range will be crucial to maximizing her potential. You really don't want to be face tanking with Diluc and switch out to Diona. It can work, but it's not optimal. There's a chance she can get CC chain when she's in melee range of a lot of these enemies, so using Child's range to keep her at a distance and apply that frozen CC is going to be paramount to her being successful in your team. So it's no wonder that she's being released with Child, as Child can apply Wet, as mentioned, Status, and Broken Flow into Diona freezing the enemy, and Child goes in to finish the job. These two make a really great pair, and I wish anybody the best of luck when going for this banner to get both of them. Now, I have a couple more suggested teams for her that does not revolve around Freeze for those running Keqing or other Electro as their main DPS, such as Beidou. You can have Fischl, as I was mentioning. So for those people who are running Electro main DPS and does not have Chi-Chi, Diona is a good pickup but will not be as important unless you're running a physical damage team and using Superconduct to get that 50% physical resistance reduction. Because if you're switching in Diona, chances are you're switching out someone like Barbara, and Electro Charged is a great synergy with Electro main DPS characters. So changing it out for Superconduct would only be beneficial if you are building a physical damage team. As you can see here, Superconduct reduces the target's physical resistance by 50%. If you are running an elemental build, stick with Electro Charge, as you won't be utilizing the 50% resistance reduction as much and would make justifying dumping so much resources very difficult, since we know how difficult it is currently to power up a character. And finally, for the light spenders, how you can integrate Diona into your team. The main question is, do you have Chi-Chi? And this is the same for everybody else. I'm guessing you are watching this because you don't have Chi-Chi and is wondering how she will fit into your team. So if you do have Chi-Chi, she's not worth going for. I'm just going to be blunt. She is not worth going for if you have Chi-Chi. If you don't have Chi-Chi and say running a team with Diluc, Bennett, Mona, and Venti, I say slotting Diona in will not be necessary, as you have Bennett for sustain, and Mona can activate Vaporize and boost damage with Bennett. Venti is just irreplaceable at this point in the game. For double pyro teams with Venti, I find that the only time you can slot Diona in is if you are running Diluc and Xiangling with Barbara. You can take out Barbara for Diona, and that is really only for preference, since Vaporize and Melt pretty much does exactly the same thing, right? So you really don't want to level up another character just to have her on your team. But, you know, in the end, that's a call for you to make if you have the resources. Switching out Barbara for Diona, maybe. I mean, there's no difference. So all in all, the TLDR is get Diona if you are running Electro physical damage DPS and doesn't have Chi-Chi already. Diona will provide 50% physical resistance reduction with superconduct and will be the #1 reason you are going for her. Second would be to pair her with your husbando child, and of course you don't have Chi-Chi, so currently Diona would be the next best option, and you can just non-stop CC chain with Frozen and child DPS running wild. Shattering Ice Elemental Resonance is not going to be a thing until your waifu Ayaka hits live servers, as you can see here. And even then, if you do have Chi-Chi, Diona will not be needed. So all in all, she is quite a niche character. I would say you will only need her to go with specific teams and definitely is not a must get. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and got something out of it, consider liking and subscribing, as I do character breakdowns, memes, news updates, and even reaction content for Genshin. I have a daily upload schedule, so you can always have something to look at. The channel is still small, so any bit of help can go a long way. I have all my social media links below, so you can follow me there for more insight into what I'm currently working on. Finally, join my Discord link in the description. First 100 members gets a permanent role, letting others know you were one of the first who supported me when nobody else was. And once again, thank you for watching. This is Erotic Walrus, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace, peace.